Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. A top 5 showdown is in store, and you can set the tone and set the pace for what your season is going to be like by winning a game like this early. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So the Virginia Tech Hokies return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Got it in the middle. It's McKinnon. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
So the Clemson Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Using his legs, it's Haynes. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson.
He's going to throw deep right side. Grabs it inside the 15. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. The give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're
He's got it on the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, the defense can't afford to give up too many big plays like that. That was a simple day-one go route. A guy just running straight down the field. You need your DBs to get to that football and swat that thing away. You give up too many more of those, you don't got a shot at winning this game.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. The official says no good. After the miss, no change in the score. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. And they swarm him under. Now on third down after that run. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Sweet cut there. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Hand off from the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Wide out in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. Still running at the 40. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
To the air, it's Sellers. Slips away, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! They grab the early lead.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Right back to the well. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll go to the ground. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Hokies line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return, it's Williams. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He locked up and held on to bring him down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. So now on comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, bro.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. From the gun. Give on the inside. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After run, now throw. Oh, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's McKinnon. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air, it's Sellers. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds his target down the middle.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They're bringing heat. Quarterback strolling away from heat. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half.
It's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure. After he makes the catch, that's a costly giveaway.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Second and short now after that completion. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Fitzgerald. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give them a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further. Signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And the Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Using the quick game.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and you never complain.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. They'll try it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their deep.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And now the hit knocks it loose. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Movement here from the tight end. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're
touchdown, Hokies! They take the lead with the 6.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One final play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Gonna run it, it's Mason. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays, you rep them over and over. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He's got it on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Fires to the wideout. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. He's looking to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it! Touchdown, Hokies! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they are cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Tigers headed quickly to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction. Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Got a man. It's Haynes. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. He'll just keep slinging it. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
Let it bust for a long one. Now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll bring it back. It's Williams. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. He's got his man. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. They'll throw it on first down. Unleashes one deep. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
I can't believe what I watched.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to end.
Got it in stride at the 15. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to throw, it's Sellers. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his man. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock and reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
The attempt through the air is incomplete. It leads to
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. To the line quickly, they'll spike it to save some time.
it leads to second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Brings up third down.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the